of the floor, constantly communicating, and sets up and directs his teammates to try to make the most of their abilities in any situation where they can take advantage.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Williams is checked in. Timberwolves trail by 7. And for Paul, who is such a floor general, you would think that he would make an excellent coach one day. But, Brent, he's already said he has no interest in pursuing that.
I feel like, Kevin, for part of every season that Chris Paul has been paid in the NBA, some of the portion of that contract has been as a player coach.
McCollum outside. Off the pick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Weber. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Whiteside. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And Whiteside gobbles up the close-range opportunities at the basket like he did there.
Paul goes in. A 3 from McCollum. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And that's his 2nd in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Lou Williams. Pick by Zeller. McCollum with the screen for Paul. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shot clock at 5. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Williams kicks to Weber. He feeds it to Whiteside. And the layup's good off the glass. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Paul kicks to Chandler. Weber against Paul. Stolen by Weber.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
.26 seconds left in the first half. Paul kicks to Thomas. Pass to McCollum. Clock at 6. And stolen by Whiteside. Here now is Weber. Whiteside with it. Over McCollum. No good on the buzzer beater. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Gallinari is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Jameer Nelson. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Whiteside in the 5, home in the paint.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Whiteside sets the pick for Gallinari. Drills the three-pointer. Gallinari's got 7 points in the game. Each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to draw up a play to get you 1 bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the line, and then 1 LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Count it.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Nelson kicks to Fournier. Right side a screen. Back to Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. Again, Love missing.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Chandler a screen. McCollum outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Whiteside's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Paul outside. Chandler a screen. Paul kicks to Diallo. Gallinari with the steal. And here's Nelson. He has 5. Kicks it to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Well, sending out the memo to the team, get Whiteside the rock. Everything he's touching right now is going in.
Paul goes in. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Timeout called, the Bucks. And mostly with Whiteside on the offensive end, he's there to clean up the misses, finish a play with a dunk.
And the footwork of Whiteside continues to improve. He does a really good job of shielding the ball when stepping through towards the rim and gets himself in great position to collect lobs when the guys on the perimeter find some space in the gaps. And that's a huge target to throw the ball up to.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Cody Zeller comes in for Chandler. And it's Ntilikina in for Chris Paul. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Davis Bertans checks in for Kevin Love. Here's Gallinari. The good-looking shot from the wing. Gallinari's got 9 points.
Really intelligent play there by Gallo. He senses his space to release that shot and has no problem with that one. When the Bucks ownership changed just a few years back, you could feel that there was a change for the direction of this basketball club, and they're much more focused on building from the draft, taking a lot of young players that have tremendous potential and seeing where they can go. They're doing everything they can to make this a great free agent destination. The new arena will help that.
Fournier sets the pick for Nelson. From downtown, Whiteside dishes to Gallinari. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 13. And with the Bucks in this current ownership approach, you can really see it off the court as well. They've done a great job of reaching out to the community.
Love the investment that they've made in the team. The new downtown arena is coming along. The rebrand looks awesome. I love the new logo and the color scheme that they play with in the court. A lot of attention to the details. And they've put together a pretty exciting young roster. That's the most important part.
It's Fournier on the wing. Down low. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
At 7 feet tall, Whiteside is always a threat for the high percentage dunk.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 7. Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Hassan Whiteside. Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly. During the pre-draft process, did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Here's Ntilikina. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Diallo. A 3 from McCollum. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Here's Whiteside. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Whiteside's got 20.
As soon as Whiteside leaps for that offensive rebound, you just know he's going to finish off that play.
Thomas a screen. McCollum kicks to Zeller. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. David Nwaba is checked in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Pick by Zeller. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And the shot is good.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
McCollum outside. Three-pointer. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
He's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Nelson kicks to Bertans. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Nelson. And he gets it to go. And now a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Yeah, you got to honor Ntilikina from mid-range. He is a quick decision maker who will cash in if you give him space.
And the Timberwolves call time here. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
A different look for Milwaukee. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Diallo. Arthur comes in for Lance Thomas. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for C.J. McCollum. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gortat's checked in for Whiteside. Gallinari comes in for David Nwaba. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jameer Nelson. The former Sixth Man of the Year in 2015, Lou Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. He uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
Pass to Ntilikina. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Zeller. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And Arthur, for most of his career, has been a very solid role player.
Burke, the pass to Bertens. Here's Gallinari. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Ntilikina. 9 points in the game so far. From deep, Moore.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Williams. 11 points in the game. There's the dish to Gortat. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Passes to Zeller. From deep, Moore. There's a screen by Gortat. Outside, Williams. Burke kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Goes up on the high post. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Bertens. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Craig moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Lets it fly. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 14 points for Cody Zeller.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Williams. And again, it's Minnesota.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Over in the corner, Zeller. A baseline J. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
To the right side. And stolen by Zeller. Nice shot by Arthur.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kevin Love's checked in for Davis Bertans. Milwaukee leading by 10. Chandler a screen. Moore right side. There's the pass to Zeller. Over Love. That misses off the backboard. Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Bulls. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Six seconds left to play here in the third. There's a screen by Gortat. And down it goes just as the clock hits 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Do you think he knew? He knew from the moment he let that go.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Here's Ntilikina. We've got Cody Zeller. Ntilikina out there with Etuan Moore. And it's Arthur. And it's Chandler in the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And Zeller kicks to Arthur. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
You have to respect how assured Arthur looks on that catch-and-shoot opportunity. He makes up his mind that that ball is coming to him and rises into his shot.
And it's Love missing.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Dishes it to Arthur. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Over to the left wing. Moore with the bucket. And now an 11-point Bucks lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Williams dishes to Gortat. For the 3. Williams can't hit. Bucks leading by 11. Now the feed to Arthur. Pass to Ntilikina. There's the pick. Kicks to Moore. Just 4 to shoot. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. And then for Minnesota, Whiteside's checked in for Gortat. Evan Fournier comes in for Williams. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Weber. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. It's a pick by Love. Fournier gets a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Moore kicks to Diallo. Pass to Ntilikina. Clock at 6. Over Nelson. Ntilikina gets the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 13.
And, you know, sometimes there just really isn't a defense for Ntilikina. He does a phenomenal job keeping that high release on his shot when the D is near.
Three-pointer, Nelson buries it from three-point range.
And that's the shot Nelson's always relied on, and it served him well. He works nonstop on the perimeter, finding the space he needs to get good looks from beyond.
Here's Arthur. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Arthur's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks. Nelson, the pass to Love. Goes up at the stripe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Back to Moore. This one for three.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Fournier for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Ntilikina's got 3 rebounds now in this one. From deep, Moore. Chandler with the screen on Fournier. And Moore kicks to Chandler. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Chandler. And the dunk by Chandler.
Got to keep Chandler out of the paint when he's in there that close to the rim with that size. He's ramming it home.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Hey, Brent, with the stakes of players' health being so high, we've seen contract clauses prohibiting many outside activities, but we're talking also about 20-year-old guys who just want to live their lives and enjoy what the success has brought them. What's the balance here?
I think the league tries to do a good job of making sure that players aren't involved in activities that are going to jeopardize what it is that their livelihood brings them, and that is their ability to play on the NBA floor, Kevin. And a lot of those things that you see in the player contract are absolutely things that a player can enjoy after their career is over with.
And the Bucks making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Brewer is checked in for Love. David Nwaba comes in for Gallinari. Williams, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Briante Weber in for Jameer Nelson. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
And Brewer kicks to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Arthur dishes to Moore. Williams comes with a double team. Feeds it to Moore. They set the pick.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Out to the right wing. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Williams.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And it's slammed in by Brewer.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Williams passes to Whiteside. From 8. That misses off the backboard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now Moore. There's a good screen. Just 5 to shoot. Arthur, no good.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
Well, rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them, so you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Timeout called, the Bucks. some changes here for the Bucks. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Diallo. McCollum comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Paul subbed in for Ntilikina. Minnesota also making some changes. Gortat has come in for Hassan Whiteside. And Fournier subbed in for Williams. Paul is doubled. Out left to the wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
This is where size helps Chandler out tremendously. He knows he's got the upper hand in there and great at going into the contact.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Timberwolves trail by 13. Weber kicks to Fournier. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Arthur. He kicks it to Chandler. And it's McCollum in the corner. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Fournier again. It's McCollum. Gortat with his screen on McCollum. For 3, Fournier. Gortat. And Chandler sends it back. A 3 from McCollum. Zeller dishes to Chandler. Paul with the ball. Chandler is screen. Paul kicks to Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
It's Fournier on the wing. Looking for Gortat. He gets it there. Back to Fournier. Over McCollum. Here's Brewer. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
A 3 from McCollum. Weber pulls it in. Doubled by McCollum. Wide open look. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the bucket from Nwaba.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Now the dish to Fournier. Over McCollum. Fournier's shot is off.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.